Softing.
In this video, we are going to explain what is PoE, the different modes and types of PoE, and what defines the different types of PoE. PoE stands for Power over Ethernet. It is a technology that lets a single twisted pair Ethernet cables to carry both electrical power and data, saving cost of installing additional electrical infrastructure or power outlets, and Ethernet cables are also lower in cost than electrical cables. Equipment can also be installed without an electrician because Ethernet cables are often already installed in buildings. PoE voltages are lower and safer as the highest is typically lower than 90 volts. Among the several methods in transmitting power over Ethernet cabling, 3 has been standardized by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEEE, Standard 802.3 since 2003. They are Alternative A, or Mode A, Alternative B, or Mode B, and the 4 pairs power over Ethernet, or 4 pairs PoE. Mode A uses pairs 1, 2, and 3, 6 of an Ethernet link to deliver both power with data. Mode B uses pairs 1, 2, and 3, 6 to deliver data, using spare pairs 4, 5, and 7, 8 to deliver power. 4 pairs PoE uses all 4 pairs of a twisted pair cable to deliver both power and data. As defined by the IEEE 802.3 standards, there are 4 types of PoE. Defined in 2003, the IEEE 802.3 AF standards, or Type 1 PoE, states that the maximum power allowed from the power source equipment is 15.4 watts at 37 to 58 volts, and the maximum power arriving at the power device is 13 watts after loss at 44 to 57 volts. The maximum current for a Type 1 PoE is 350 mA, with a maximum resistance of 20 ohm per wire pair. Type 1 PoE is supported by Mode A and Mode B using at least a Cat3 or Cat5 Ethernet cable for devices such as surveillance cameras, voice-over IP phones and access points. Defined in 2009, the IEEE 802.3 AT standards, or Type 2 PoE, also referred as PoE+, states that the maximum power allowed from the power source equipment is 30 watts at 50 to 57 V, and the maximum power to the power device is 25.5 watts after loss at 42.5 to 57 volts. The maximum current for a Type 2 PoE is 600 mA, with a maximum resistance of 12.5 ohm per wire pair. Type 2 PoE is supported by Mode A and Mode B, using at least a Cat5 Ethernet cable for devices such as video IP phones and alarm systems. Defined in 2018, the IEEE 802.3 BT standards, or Type 3 PoE, also referred as PoE++ or Ultra PoE, states that the maximum power allowed from the power source equipment is 60 watts at 50 to 57 volts, and the maximum power arriving at the power device is 51 watts after loss at 42.5 to 57 volts. The maximum current for a Type 3 PoE is 600 mA, with a maximum resistance of 12.5 ohm per wire pair. Type 3 PoE is supported by Mode A, Mode B and 4 pairs PoE, using at least a Cat5 Ethernet cable for devices such as video conferencing equipment and multi-radio wireless access points. Also defined in the IEEE 802.3 BT standards is Type 4 PoE, also referred as PoE++ or High Power PoE, states that the maximum power allowed from the power source equipment is 90 watts at 52 to 57 volts, and the maximum power arriving at the power device is 71.3 watts after loss at 41.1 to 57 volts. The maximum current for a Type 4 PoE is 960 mA, with a maximum resistance of 12.5 ohm per wire pair. Type 4 PoE is only supported by 4 pairs PoE, using at least a Cat5 Ethernet cable for devices such as laptop computers and flat-screen televisions. Ethernet cable of higher category, for example Cat6 or Cat6a, will provide a higher immunity against noise and signal interference. However, the cost of the installation will usually increase with the higher category cablings. Therefore, it is important to choose the cablings that is relevant to the intended transmission rate, as these installations will typically last for a very long time. The loss in power is typically due to voltage drop caused by resistance in the installation. Resistance can be caused by the number of pairs of wires used for transmitting power, the wire gauge, or diameter of the wire, and the length of the cable run. Resistance is measured in ohms. The maximum length that PoE can transmit from the power source equipment to the power device is 100 meters, as determined by the Ethernet cabling standards. The maximum length may be extended using PoE extender. The PoE extender receives power and data from the power source equipment it is connected to, uses some of that power to operate itself, and passes the remaining power to the next PoE device. For example, a PoE switch that can transmit 25 watts of power uses 3 extender before it can reach the power device. Each extender uses 5 watts of the power to operate itself, leaving approximately 10 watts available for the power device. Have a look at the other videos or visit our website to explore the other various features of WireXpert. Thanks for watching.